Charles A. O'Reilly, Lead and Disrupt, How to Solve the Innovator's Dilemma. Prepare to dive into the world of Lead and Disrupt, How to Solve the Innovator's Dilemma, by Charles A. O'Reilly. In this book, O'Reilly examines the challenges faced by established companies in maintaining their market position, while adapting to rapid technological advancements. You will explore the strategies required to balance exploitation of current successful business models and exploration of new disruptive innovations. The concept of ambidexterity will be an essential skill to learn, as it enables organizations to both secure their foothold in the market and ensure sustainable growth. Familiarize yourself with the successes and failures of companies like Netflix, Blockbuster, Amazon, and IBM, and apply the lessons learned to your own business endeavors.
The importance of consistent adaptation. With the ever-changing landscape, it is essential for companies to revamp themselves consistently to stay afloat. The average tenure on the S&P 500 has gone from almost a century before World War II to less than 15 years now. Most companies who start as disruptors and become profitable game changers lose their commitment to ongoing change, resulting in their downfall. The rare few who adapt constantly, like Netflix, outlast their competitors. Blockbuster's failure to adapt to direct mail and streaming sealed its fate, while Netflix renewed itself multiple times, demonstrating the significance of consistent adaptation. Navigating future business streams. Organizations that thrive in the 21st century business world have leaders who master the art of balancing current revenue streams with future breakthroughs. Known as the ambidextrous quality, it requires exploiting profitable business lines while simultaneously exploring what may disrupt them in the future. Managers must learn to develop new capabilities quickly to stay ahead in a constantly advancing business landscape. Netflix serves as an example, starting with DVD rentals, migrating to video streaming, and now venturing into content creation. Pursuing such strategies means investing massive amounts of money into untested ventures, which often draws opposition from shareholders and traditional managers. However, sustainable success requires a balance between exploiting current revenue streams while exploring future business opportunities. The advantage of incumbents. Christensen explains that large traditional organizations must combine their innovative pursuits with their traditional business to gain an advantage over startups. Startups lack valuable assets that incumbents possess, such as financial assets, customer lists, and leadership talent. To overcome the disadvantages of a resistant culture, incumbents must separate their exploration units, provide financing, and connect them with customers and talent. By farming existing revenue streams while driving innovation, incumbents can not only resist disruption but become disruptors. The art of balancing exploitation and exploration. This book section discusses the importance of balancing the skills, mindsets, and cultures of exploitation and experimentation. Many companies have failed to adapt to changing markets because their cultures were misaligned. However, those that repeatedly explore and exploit are more likely to survive. Amazon and IBM are examples of modern ambidextrous organizations. Jeff Bezos has taken Amazon from a purveyor of mail-order books to one of the world's most valuable firms by constantly experimenting and changing. Meanwhile, IBM transformed from a hardware firm to a software and consulting operation by developing a process of launching exploratory ventures within its mature company. The message is clear: companies need to embrace change and innovation to stay relevant and successful. Balancing exploitation and experimentation. To achieve successful ambidexterity, companies need to create opportunities for idea sharing and provide resources for new initiatives. They must select the best promising initiatives, protect groups experimenting with new programs, and put experienced leaders in place to champion these efforts. Amazon's approach involves moving ahead with all promising ideas but granting them resources based on their progress, allowing the company to pour money only into ventures ready to scale. With profitable new businesses, companies can achieve successful ambidexterity. Navigating innovation successfully. To pursue innovative ideas successfully, assess the maturity of your industry and threats outside it. Map your firm's abilities and potential markets, and aim for innovation in Quadrant 2, which requires new capabilities and markets. For ideas that require new skills and assets, set up a separate team or outsource, and pursue ideas deemed important that leverage existing assets. For successful execution, foster ambidexterity by giving new ventures both protection and space. Innovation can prove to be not only profitable but also necessary when industries become saturated and competition becomes fierce. In the book, The Innovator's Prescription, the author suggests that the best opportunity for change lies within a technology's incubation period. Companies should determine whether they need to renew and consider the maturity of their industry and whether new technologies seem ready to disrupt it. Pay special attention to threats outside the industry, as Nokia failed to do when it didn't anticipate the threat from Apple. Resistance strengthens when people feel threatened, so pay attention to how renewal threatens your firm's identity and skill set. To assess your projects and ideas, the author recommends plotting the capabilities of your firm along a horizontal x-axis, from existing to new, and potential markets along the y-axis. The most common innovations are in Quadrant 1, where existing capabilities are leveraged to target existing customers. These have the lowest level of difficulty and include things like traditional camera companies expanding into digital cameras. In the much more challenging Quadrant 3, innovations require new skills aimed at existing customers, such as Netflix moving into original content production. Quadrant 4 has innovation aimed at new markets using existing capabilities, such as a camera company moving into lenses for smartphones, which is less difficult than Quadrant 3. Finally, the most challenging but potentially rewarding area of innovation lies in Quadrant 2. Here, a firm needs new capabilities to target new customers and markets, like a traditional casino moving to online gaming. The new customer demographic requires an entirely new breed of talent. Quadrant 2 is the most disruptive and describes circumstances in which the firm needs to develop new capabilities and address new markets. For the projects and ideas a company wants to pursue, map them on a 4-quadrant map, plotting the ability to use existing assets and capabilities along the x-axis and the importance of the innovation along the y-axis. If you assess an initiative as low in importance and requiring new assets and capabilities, consider offering it to a parent or partner firm. If the project can leverage existing assets but rates low in importance, outsource it. Where you assess an idea as high in importance but needing new capabilities and/or assets, you might set up a separate unit or team to pursue it, as Netflix did when it went after streaming versus mailing movies. Finally, when the new venture is both strategically important and able to leverage the firm's core assets productively, go after it aggressively. Realize that you face the difficult task of keeping the venture both apart and within the organization. This is where you need ambidexterity most. You want to keep the new venture close, but give it space, resources, and protection as well. Following these steps will enable companies to navigate innovation and its challenges successfully. Balancing innovation and tradition. To compete with startups, large firms must embrace innovation without completely separating it from traditional assets. Building strong links between new ventures and the existing company culture, values, and goals is key to advancing an approach to learning and achieving success in innovation. To prevent isolation and resistance, explore and exploit functions must unite under shared values and incentives. As the author suggests, renewal is not a program but an overarching aspiration, and fostering a shared culture of innovation is essential. Balancing exploration and exploitation. The book emphasizes the role of senior leaders in exploring future technology and market changes, while middle managers focus on day-to-day business exploitation. CEOs should inspire and align incentives of senior leaders by convincing them of the benefits of exploring new ventures. The CEO must balance financial performance expectations of new businesses with accountability for entrenched ones. They must measure and invest in promising ventures, even at the expense of current cash cows.
In summary, lead and disrupt. emphasizes the importance of organizational ambidexterity to ensure a company's longevity in today's rapidly changing business landscape. Balancing the exploitation of successful business models and the exploration of new, disruptive innovations is not only essential but challenging. Learning from prominent examples such as Netflix, Amazon, and IBM will provide valuable insights on how to successfully navigate this balance. The key takeaways from the book are the significance of resisting incremental change and pursuing bolder innovations, understanding the importance of both exploiting and exploring, and fostering a shared culture that supports overarching organizational goals. With a deeper understanding of these concepts, organizations can navigate transformations, overcome disruption, and achieve sustainable success.